Gene Basler here, Sugar Land, Texas. The month is December, and we're doing a nutrient application, commonly known as deep root feeding, which is a completely inappropriate term. The roots aren't deep, and we're not feeding the plants. But soil injection method. Let's take a look at these. Are crepe myrtles, and this is their mulch bed, and this is the construction backfill that they've been planted in. So they're poorly established, been in the ground for a year and a half. The whole root system moves when we shake them. The pH is 8.2. The soil organic matter is very low. The nutrient retention capacity is very high. And this is a band-aid, in my opinion, fertilizing. Unless we can take homogenize this area between the root ball and the parent soil, if indeed soil we want to call it, softening what Bounty Appleton calls a hydrologic discontinuity between these two vastly disparate media with a stark contrast in between. This is what we use the air spade for. Then we're still going to have plants that are growing in a bowl. And so the idea is to use the air spade and take what I call the root transition zone, or the root establishment zone, the 2 to 3 radial feet beyond the root ball. This one's a little bit better established, but there's still quite a bit of movement. And here's where we want aeration. Here's where we want organic matter incorporated into the soil. Here's where we want roots to grow. So fertilizing is going to be a band-aid until this cultural problem is corrected. The principle applies to shade trees and shrubs as well. You get these shrubs like these, what are these, bridal wreath? First of all, the mulch is piled up too high, but they're barely planted. And these guys are just augured into the ground. Now, these might be an exception, because I think they're a little more tolerant to being root bound. And frankly, so are crepe myrtles than, say, a live oak or a red oak or an elm. But the principle is the same. They still need to have this root establishment zone reworked, tilled, aerated, and organic matter incorporated, or the roots just won't grow into that, or at least not to any significant extent. Thank you.